Hello and welcome to a video done by me, Goat Roach. Yay. I'm going to be inquiring about a couple of things here. Actually, inquiring about one thing, but I'm going to be pointing out some various glitches, most of which are probably already known, and still have yet to be fixed. I think the first one I'm going to show you is a weird little thing with the video quality settings. Now, I can actually run this on 4 times, but I like 2 times. It's just not that, I don't really see a difference, and I get about 10 more frames per second, so hey, why not? Right here, terrain decoration, I have it on high. You would think that high would be high, right? And why am I not playing it with ultra? It's just terrain decoration. Well, I'll tell you why. Here, if I put it to ultra, apply, yes, back, yes. Okay, resume. We'll go to alpha because this is a very easy spot to demonstrate this. Now, okay, yeah, terrain decoration looks nice. Yeah, it's ultra. You'd think, right? Yeah, ultra. Wrong. It's not ultra. And like I said, some of you have probably already seen this before. Go to options here, video. Now I'm using the gigabyte overclocked edition, 4 gigabyte of VRAM NVIDIA GTX 770 card. Great card for the value. Like seriously, if you're new to PC gaming and you want a pretty nice, good card that'll run almost anything that's out right now on ultra settings, like I can even run Metro 2033 on near ultra with this. Anyway, depending on what card you're using, if it's an AMD or an NVIDIA, AMD cards, I think with some of them, low equals ultra. Now, you'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. For my card, high equals ultra. This has been here in the game since day 1, apparently, from what I've been told. We shall redeploy here. So now, remember, terrain decoration is on high, not ultra. Hey, look at that. There's more bushes. Now, granted, yeah, they're umbrella bushes, but whatever. I don't care. Why would that be? So that's a very odd little thing. And again, it's not the umbrella feature that I'm talking about. It's the fact that these 2 bushes exist. So apparently, ultra adds umbrella bushes. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to call them, umbrella bushes, because look, it's like an umbrella. So, yeah. Okay, so that's one little weird thing down. Another one. Notice my rangefinder. Okay, yeah. Obviously, I don't care if it doesn't show up in a 4x scope, and obviously the 4x scope is pretty much blocking it down there. Again, don't really care about that. But here's the weird thing. Any vehicle, whether if it's a turret or an actual vehicle, get in the vehicle, get out, and look, rangefinder, it's blank. Look through the scope, you can kind of see it there, but look, blank. Now this, I really don't care if DICE ever fixes this or not, because watch what you do to fix it. Hey, look at that. Quick toggle between the pistol and your main weapon there. See? Fixed. So, it's a glitch. I don't care about that glitch because it's so goddamn easy to fix. There is a glitch that I'm not going to show right now because it doesn't seem to be duplicatable in the test range. It's only when you're actually playing in the game. And that's when you have, here, let's see, actually, you know what? I'll just mosey on over here. Okay, yeah. So yeah, we say use this combination, just so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, 1x hollow scope. So yeah, you have your 1x zoom, which not really a zoom, it's just 1x. And then you have your 2x attachment. So yeah, gives you a nice little bit more magnification. It's good for when you're in close quarters, but you need that little bit of extra range. Now, when you're in the multiplayer, sometimes when you die and the configuration is as you see it right now with the 2x deployed, when you respawn, it'll look like that. but when you look through your scope, it'll think it's still the 2 times zoom. Not scope, sorry, sight, whatever. And then when you apply the 2x sight, it will, instead of being 2x like you see right now, it'll be 1x. That actually gets extraordinarily annoying, to the point where I don't even really use this combination anymore. I only have it on the gun right now just so you could see what I was talking about as far as the configuration. And it's not just this gun, it's on pretty much any gun that can use that configuration. I'm sure many of you have noticed that, and you're like, wait a second, this seems kind of weird. And that's something that I would like DICE to fix if they ever will, which they probably won't. Another little thing, video settings. Now, this really annoys me. First of all, the update that gave me all this stuff, like, thank you, DICE. This is awesome. I do love this. This is a nice thing that you guys did. However, you still haven't added a contrast bar. Where's the contrast bar? I want my contrast bar. Give it to me, please. You might say, well, just adjust the contrast on your TV. Well, then all my other games are going to be screwed up. Any videos, like, that I watch, like DVDs and stuff, will also be screwed up. I'll have to keep resetting my TV's contrast. It's like, give me a slider in the game. I have my TV set to where I want it to be. Each individual game, slight adjustment from game to game, because none of the developers can seem to agree on a universal standard. So, I don't know if they ever will. Wait, did I ever set that? There we go. Yeah, so high, again, is... wait, nope. Nope. That needs to be ultra. There. That's that high. Okay. Alright. Okay, now, for the main event. The thing that I am making this video all about, the whole reason why I'm doing this video. This is where it actually matters. Now, some of you may, think you're some sort of hotshot PC elitist. Oh, I always use mouse and keyboard, even for flight simulators. Haha, because I'm awesome. Dude, you use the tool for the application. All right, proper tool for proper application. Personally, I think that the controller works way better, which I had been using this whole time. Like, the controller it feels so much more natural than mouse and keyboard. I mean, look how smooth you can move it. You can also do this. It's nice. Granted, the mouse, I can move it a lot faster. When you do recoil stuff, you can slightly drag down like that. It's a lot easier to control recoil. Yeah. Okay. They both have pros and cons. Guess what? I like the controller more for this application. Now, if I'm playing Skyrim, the controller does not have enough buttons. There's too many things in Skyrim. Same thing with RTS, like Command and Conquer. Basically any sort of role-playing game where you're going to have a lot of complicated controls. I do not use the controller. I use a mouse and keyboard because they are obviously the proper tool for the application. So anyway, like I said, I'm using the controller, and I like having my X button. By the way, I'm using a Afterglow 360 controller. Very nice controller, as recommended to me by the guy at GameStop. My official Xbox 360 controller's sticks crapped out on me. So, got myself a new controller, and hey, I like it. Alright. Reload. Okay, keyboard, I have it as R, obviously R, reload. Button 3 on the controller is the X button, which, as far back as I can remember, I've always used X as my reload button, unless if a game actually works better without it as reload. Like in the, I think, what was it, Halo 3, I think, is where you had dual control over each weapon, where you would use the bumpers to reload the appropriate weapon. Anyway, I like to use X for reload. Now, interact. Now, personally, I think enter, exit vehicle should just be merged into interact. It's the same thing. You're interacting with a vehicle. So, yeah. R and R. Button 3. So, button 3 is the X button. So, as you can see, all three of those buttons are set up on the same configuration. So, what I am going to display here Now, this switch up here, which for a while I had no idea what it did. I thought it was resetting these barrels over here, and I was like, why is it not doing anything? Anyway, the reason why I'm using this is an example of when you activate something, like say it's a gate or a door mechanism, an elevator, whatever. This type of trigger event is one of the features that you would activate using the interact. Because you notice there are 3 things. This would be interact. You have a vehicle here. This is the enter exit vehicle. So yeah, works. And again with the rangefinder, don't look at that. Anyway, and then one more little thing here. You might think, well, picking up something might be different. Well, okay, hold, R, hold to pick up. So again, R, I also have it set to button 3. So holding down button 3, hey, pick it up, no problem. Now here's where I am making this whole video. This is the whole purpose of the video. Why does this not work? So yeah, I'm clicking the button, nothing. Works for this. Okay, so why does it work for that but not this? Or this? Or this? Doesn't matter which weapon it is. But if I use R on the keyboard, no problem. Works just fine. Boom. Gotta love that. So that's my question. Why does that not work? What setting would I change in order for that to work? I mean, like, even this, counts, because it's technically a vehicle. Which, again, is why the rangefinder thing screws up. Oh yeah, there was one other thing I was going to point out. The laser sight. Okay. Notice the laser sight is on the guy's head. Okay, well, you would think that the laser would be in line with the barrel, right? And it's probably set to converge at, reasonable distance that you'd be using a pistol. A lot of people don't seem to know that you actually do calibrate these things to converge at a certain point. So, yeah. Yep. So, but, oh, hey, look, that's where I'm actually aiming. So if I... There. Yeah, see? So if I aim at the head... Now watch, you'll see the 3 little dots, just barely you can see them. Look at that, now they're over there. Okay, so dice, come on, get with the program here. So yeah, that's a weird little thing. Now, even though that this whole thing where I can't pick these up is annoying, it doesn't really bother me too much because I don't usually use power weapons in a match. I like actually using my normal weapons that I spawn with, like this little beast that I'm using right now. Normally I actually don't use this laser. I was just using that for to show you this example. Yeah, like 2 more kills with this and I have another battle pack. So yeah, I like upgrading my own weapons, not using power weapons, because power weapons you can't upgrade them. So I think that pretty much covers it. As far as like that brightness and contrast thing goes, like, it would be nice if the game actually had HDR. And some people are like, "Hey, wait, but it does have HDR." I'm like, no, it does not have HDR. First of all, the sun's over there. So what is causing that light over there? What is that? And why is it all washed out looking? Like, that looks terrible. It really does. It's just terrible looking. It's all washed out. People think, oh, that looks so real. No, actually, it doesn't look real. How many of you actually go outside? When was the last time you guys were actually outside? Like, I walk, at least 6 miles a day. I try to get in 6 miles a day. I'm used to seeing the outdoors. That does not look like the outdoors. That's horrible. That's like using a cheap, point and shoot camera. Again, there is some stylization to the game. Like the lens flare there is, I don't know the exact type of lens, but there's a specific lens type that causes that actual sideways looking effect. I want to say 130 millimeter. I don't know. There's some lens somewhere. But yeah, that's why I want the contrast slider, so that I can at least try to negate that. If they would actually apply real HDR, which high dynamic range, essentially what it does is it takes multiple samples of the high-end ISO and the low-end ISO. So It tries to mimic more of what your actual eye can see, because your eye can see a very high range of light compared to a standard point-and-shoot camera. Standard point-and-shoot camera, you're either going to have the darks crushed, or crushed blacks, which is actually the real term, and then I think blown out whites is the opposite, where like that's blown out. You can also say it's washed out. By the way, that is not bloom. Some people think that's bloom. Same thing with the lens glare. Some people are like, that's bloom. No, that's actually not bloom. Bloom is an effect that is applied usually to a surface on a model that is very bright. Like, actually right now, see the back, like the sight on my weapon? Right there. There's the bloom. See that? Look, when okay. And go down. There's the bloom. Do you see that? There's a bit of a glow around the actual weapon. See, now the glow's gone. Now the glow's there. That's bloom. Okay, just so in case if anyone out there didn't know, that's what bloom is. This wraparound here, that's not bloom. Some people say that's HDR. I'm sorry, that's not HDR. That's volumetric rays. That's not HDR. I don't care what you say. I don't care if you say you're a game developer or not. That's not HDR. I'm just sorry. That's not HDR. So enough ranting for now. If anyone knows the solution to fixing this little binding issue, I have used the Battlefield 4 settings editor type dealie. That thing was great for fixing the flight controls when I was using the joystick for a while. But if anyone knows how to fix this, I would be very appreciative. And if for any reason people were criticizing, my shooting skills or whatever in this, well, first of all, pistols in this game are actually a lot easier to use than real-life pistols as far as accuracy goes. Something like this, so, I mean, in real life, using a rifle is so freaking easy to aim. Like, if you've never actually fired one, go to a range sometime and fire one, and you're going to be like, wow, video games are bad. And that's another thing is this doesn't have aim assist. Well, some people are like, well, that's a crutch. Yeah, I'm elite because I don't use it. It's like the people in Forza who don't play with ABS. I'm like, dude, if the car comes with ABS, then put freaking ABS on. Otherwise, you're not getting an accurate simulation. Aim assist is basically like your soldier's muscle reflexes. It's the result of training for months or weeks, whatever amount of time of training you went for, hopefully months. Yeah, all that experience, the muscle reflex. When you look at something, I'll just tell you this from personal experience in real life. When you look at the target, as you zoom in, assuming if you're even going to zoom in, like I could hit these are 44 meters away. I could headshot a guy from the hip like this. This is not that difficult in real life to shoot things. But when you aim, you automatically line up the weapon to where you're looking. Like right now, my eyes are looking over at the guy on the left there. If I were to quickly swing around and aim, I would expect my weapon to snap onto him, because that's what I would have done in real life with my arms. My muscle reflex would have automatically snapped the weapon to where I'm looking. So yeah, anyone who says it's a crutch, no, it's not. It's actually a way to more accurately simulate shooting. Shooting in real life is way easier than in video games. So yeah, if you wanted to criticize, keep it to yourself. I don't want to see that in the comments. If I see it, I'll delete it if I can. Or even just ban you altogether from responding. I don't want my comments full of crap. All I want in my comments is a fix for this. That's it. And if you want to talk about how you agree that these things, should be fixed, the game has been out for so long. Like, why are they doing the community test environment now? Like, like, what has it been, like a year and a half or 2 years after, like, they finally come out with the actual beta program? Come on. That's stuff that should be done prior to the game's release. But anyway, yeah, that should wrap it up for now. So if anyone knows the answer to this, I would very much so appreciate it. And so, voila. Goodbye.